Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hello, thank you so much for clicking on this video. And don't forget, got hair in my mouth, don't forget to subscribe because then you won't miss another video that I post. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my breast augmentation procedure and kind of my thoughts on it, how I felt before the surgery, and just a few other questions that you might want to know the answer to. So yeah, let's jump into it. I'm going to try not make it so long, but I do want to cover everything about my experience. So let's just get straight into it. So I did actually put a poll on my Instagram. My Instagram I will put somewhere on the screen, but I did put a poll on my story a couple of weeks ago asking if I should make this video because it was an idea of mine, but I didn't know whether to do it or not. So I just thought I would ask people on my Instagram, and a lot of girls came back with yes, they wanted me to do it. So that's basically why I'm doing this video. I'm not like promoting to get a boob job or anything like that. I just purely want to talk about my experience because I remember when I was looking to get mine done, I was literally on YouTube every single day looking for different videos of people's experiences. So yeah, that's just a little reason as to why I'm doing this video. So I know lots of people say, you know, make sure you do your research, go to loads of different places and have consultations with them, but I didn't really have, I had one consultation. I was planning to have two, but one of them was going to be with Maya and the other one was with Transform. And I don't know why I didn't end up going to the Maya one, but the Transform one, they have a clinic right around the corner from where I work in London, so it was really convenient for me. So I just went there one day after work. Not gonna lie, I was sitting in the waiting room for about 2 hours, like they were running really behind. And whilst I was sitting there, I was thinking, you know, should I just leave it? Like, loads of things were going through my head. But I waited it out and I went in to have my consultation. And I was booked in with Dr. Fratty, and he is known to be very, very good at breast augmentations and a few other things. I really did my research on him to make sure he was a good surgeon. He'd recently just moved from Maya to Transform, actually, around that time that I was looking to get it done. So yeah, I had my consultation with him. So obviously that was the first consultation that I'd had. So basically you go in, you meet with the surgeon. So mine was Dr. Fratty and I was on my own. So yeah, you go in the room, he's there. There was another lady there as well. I'm not sure what her job role was, but she was basically just observing, making sure everything's okay. We spoke about what sizes I wanted to go, kind of why I wanted to have it done. So we covered all of that, and then he wanted to actually see my boobs. So yeah, he just kind of looked at them, made sure that obviously what the size that we chose was going to be good for me, suit me. Oh, and also you get to put on like a surgical bra, and then you can like put the implants in the bras and see kind of what size you want to go for. And I found that really hard because obviously it's not going to look right, is it? Because you've just got a bra, like you've got a bra, and then you've got your own boobs, and then you've got a big implant on top. Like, it just didn't look right, and I was kind of panicking a little bit because I thought, you know, this looks really weird. Like, and I was looking in the mirror and, you know, trying all these different implants, but I don't know, it just looked really weird. But I decided to go with the size that I chose. And then what else did we do? I was literally in there for, I'd say about 10-15 minutes. Like, it was very quick, and that panicked me as well because I thought, you know, was that really rushed? Like, did I cover everything I wanted to cover? Did I ask all the questions that I wanted to ask? And, you know, yeah, and then I think, so after your consultation, you then go and see, I think the name is a patient coordinator. So you basically go into a different room and you sit down with a lady and she talks you through all the finances and how you're going to pay and stuff like that. And then that was basically it. It was done. So yeah, I was really happy, and bearing in mind that was just a consultation, so I hadn't actually signed to have anything done at that point. I was to then go away and think about if I want to go with Transform. So I went away and I thought about it, and I didn't even bother going to any other places. I think because I heard such good reviews from Transform, I knew a few people that had had their boobs done with Transform. So I just thought, you know what? And I knew that Dr. Fratty was so good at what he does that I just didn't even bother going anywhere else. I just decided to go with Transform straight away. So yeah, I decided to go with Transform, and then I had to email the patient coordinator and basically say I'm happy to go with you guys, and then basically start paying. What else did I have to do? Oh, book in a date, obviously, of my surgery. I don't think I had to go back for another consultation before my surgery. And I had my consultation, oh God, I think I only had it a couple months before my surgery. So actually, sorry, I completely forgot to add into this video that tomorrow, so I'm filming this on Saturday the 25th of May. Tomorrow is the 26th of May, which will be the day that I had my breast augmentation a whole year ago. So that's another reason why it kind of popped into my head about making this video. So yeah, I must have had my consultation, I'd say March time maybe. My surgery was all booked in for the 26th of May, and it was just a waiting game from then on. So I had to obviously prep for my surgery. I was so excited. As I said, I was watching videos every single day, kind of finding out what I needed to take with me, what kind of bras are good to wear, like surgical bras, all that kind of stuff. So I need to find the exact name of the bra that I bought. Let me just Google it now. It should come up if I type in best surgical. Oh my God, I can't type today. Best surgical bras. So I bought a Macon bra. Now, because I did my research and I kind of found that those were the best ones to buy. So I went onto the website and I was just looking through, and they were like coming up at like 40, I think like £45. I was like, oh God, that's so pricey for a bra. But I thought, you know what, I want a good bra, so I bought just one black Macon bra. And if you go on the website, it's pretty simple with sizing and stuff like that. I think it's just one size, and then the cups you have to go by your, like, the size of, like, round here, and then the cups will just fit to whatever size you go to. So it was really easy to pick my size, and I thought, well, you know, if they say I need more, then I will go and buy some more after I've had the surgery, but one will just do me for now. And I also found that a V-shaped pillow was, like, really highly recommended for, like, after breast augmentation. So I'm assuming, because obviously after the surgery, I don't know if you know, you have to sleep upright for about a week or two. So obviously the V-shaped pillow will sit up nicely and you kind of just wedge yourself in between. Now, I wouldn't highly recommend it. You can prop your own pillows up to kind of, like, make yourself comfortable. I wouldn't say you need a V-shaped pillow, but a lot of people seem to recommend it, so you do you. And one thing I also did before the surgery was take lots of before pictures, just so I can compare afterwards. I mean, I know that in your consultation they take a picture of your boobs, but yeah, just to have on my own phone, I just wanted to take my own. Okay, so the day of surgery, oh my God, like, I think the night before I I couldn't even sleep. Like, I was so excited. I don't even think I was nervous. I really wasn't. Like, Harry kept saying to me, you know, you're nervous, because I've never ever had any treatment done before. I've never been in hospital before, only when I was born. But I think I was just so excited for the outcome. Like, yeah, I think that kind of overtook the nervousness, if that's even a word. We had to go to Brentford, which is right into London. So we needed to be there, I think, at about 7 o'clock, 7:30. So because we live in Essex, it would have took us about 2 hours to get there. We decided to stay with Harry's parents who live in London, so it was quicker for us to get there. I think when I pulled up, my belly started to go a little bit funny. Like, I did get a bit nervous. But yeah, we went in, we checked in, and basically we was only sitting in the reception for about 5 minutes, and then I got called through. But yeah, we went through. She took me through to a room, which was obviously going to be my room for the day. I was just a day case, so, well, as far as I was aware, I was a day case. Obviously, if there was any problems, then I probably would have had to stay over, but I was just a day case. So this was my room for the day that they took me into. She took me in. I think she made me sign a few more paperwork, asked me a few questions. I wasn't allowed to eat anything, or I think drink anything that morning. So I remember her asking me if I'd eaten anything or had anything to drink that morning, and I'm sure I said no, because obviously you're having a surgery, so I can't imagine you're able to eat or drink anything beforehand. So yeah, then she gave me my kind of dress wear, which was just a big blue gown, some socks, and these paper knicker things, which are awful, and a net thing for my hair. I really wish, do you know what, I did take a picture in the mirror that was in the room, and I obviously sent it to my parents, but I didn't save it. But I wish I did, because I would have included it into this video. So yeah, I put all my gear on, and Harry had to wait outside, so he then knocked on the door and came in, saw me in my gear. And then yeah, it was another waiting game from there. I had to wait for, I think, the surgeon to come in. He was going to come in one more time, take some more pictures and draw all over me. So then the next person that came into the room was the lady that was taking me down to the, what's that? I can't think of the name of it, but I'm just going to say the surgery room. So she came, and she was really lovely. She was very friendly. We chatted the whole way down, and we had to kind of like go down in a lift, so it must have been like underground somewhere. And yeah, she took me down. She was really, really friendly. And then I saw the anaesthetist, who was also, they were all very, very chatty. And I mean, I suppose they kind of have to be to make you feel comfortable and relaxed and all that. But, oh, FYI, just take some slippers with you, because obviously when I had to walk down to the surgery room, they might give you slippers to wear, or I think they give you, the leaflet they give you, I think it does say bring slippers and stuff, because obviously you need to walk down to the surgery room. So I was in this little room, so I remember them saying, okay, right, take your slippers off and just come into and it was like a big surgery room. It was massive, and it just had a bed in the middle. And I was like, I was trying not to be nervous, because I knew there was nothing to be worried about. I knew that I didn't want to let the nerves overtake the excitement. I just wanted it to be a really exciting time for me, and I just wanted to enjoy every minute of it. So I kind of just really tried to be positive. I laid on the bed. There was loads of people here at this point. And this lady, bless her, she was literally holding my hand the whole time, from like until I was out cold. You know, they was all talking to me. They was talking about, you know, where I work and where I live, and also like they were just so nice. And I think then they said the next thing they didn't get me to count down, I know that. I know some people say they get you to count down when they're putting the anaesthetic, is that the right word? When they're putting that into you, I know they get you to count down sometimes. But with me, I don't think they did. I think they was just talking to me about life, and that's when I kind of just went. And I've never had that before, and oh my god, it's just like to think that they put something in you and you just completely go asleep, like you're completely out of it. Like that to me is just crazy. So obviously from then on, I knew nothing. I was completely out of it. Yeah, so I came back around, put it this way, at about 10 AM, I think it was, into the room where Harry was. He wasn't in the room when they brought me back. I think they told him to go out. And then they obviously brought me in a bed because I was still kind of out of it. And then they have to put the bed next to the bed that's already in the room, and kind of, oh, it was hard. You had to kind of like push yourself into the bed because you're so out of it. Yeah, it was just all a bit of a blur, but it was quite hard to kind of pull yourself onto that bed to the other bed. I was in my room, Harry was there, he was kind of asking me how I am, and I was still a bit out of it. So he kind of just left me to kind of come round, and he was doing his own thing. He was just watching a film on his laptop. And then about, I'd say, I don't know times because I was quite out of it, but a little while after, I felt really sick. Like I felt my tummy was going, I felt really lightheaded, I thought I was going to pass out, I was really hot, and I just didn't feel right at all. So we called the nurse in, or the person that was kind of looking after me, and I just said I didn't feel very well, and she said she's going to give me some more medication to kind of take away the pain. And I felt really sore, like on my boobs at this point as well. That was adding to the pain. So yeah, she gave me some medication, and then she brought in some food for me to eat. Oh, and also when you first go into the room in the morning, so you know when I was saying I got there about 7, half 7, they took me straight through to my room. They also get you to pick what you want to eat after you come out of surgery. So they had like a few options. I think I just went for like a ham sandwich or something. So yeah, as I was saying, after my meds, they brought in my lunch, and I attempted to eat, like pick at my sandwich. But I think that really did make me feel better. I had a Lucozade. We took some Lucozade Sport, so I had some sugar in me, and I was starting to feel a little bit better. And then I felt like I needed to go to the toilet, like a wee. And some of you guys may know Dr. Fratty always uses drains, and drains are 2 drains, so one either side, and they basically drain the excess blood out of your boobs after surgery. So I had 2 drains sticking out of me, and I could see the kind of pots at the bottom like holding all the blood. I had to kind of like, and bearing in mind I could barely move, like it was so hard to move, like I felt so tight and heavy. And you know, because I'd been like sitting down for so long, I was all stiff and achy. So yeah, I had to kind of like carry that drain over, get the other one. Obviously Harry was there to help me, so we slowly had to just trot to the toilet. He was like holding me, and I think I was holding my drains. And it was just such a bloody mission to go to the toilet. And do you know what, after that I must have broke the barrier, because I needed to go probably like every half an hour, but I was really trying to hang it out because I knew how much ag it was just to go. So I was kind of aiming to be out of there a few hours after my surgery at least. I didn't leave until about 6 PM that day. So I was there all day. And obviously because I had the drains that needed to drain as much excess blood as possible. So I guess they couldn't send me home any earlier for that reason as well, because they needed to take them out. So yeah, I was resting all day. we was getting a bit restless, to be fair, both of us. Yeah, it got to about 5:30, 6 o'clock from what I can remember, and it was time to remove the drains that I had. Oh my god, I will never forget that pain that I went through when those drains got taken out. So Harry had to leave the room, not sure why, but he left, and I had this really lovely nurse. She was really lovely, and she had her little trolley with her with all her bits and bobs on it, and she basically just said, you know, she was fiddling around. I had big strapping on, as you will see from the pictures that I include. You'll see what the strapping is like. So I had all that on, and she basically had to, because it was literally, I was literally taped from here all the way around to literally like here, and because she had to obviously get to the drain, which was obviously tucked under the taping, she had to kind of rip that back, which was the first painful part of that bit. And then she was fiddling around for a little while, and she said, okay, she was like, take a deep breath in and then a deep breath out. And oh my god, it makes me feel sick talking about it. But the tube must have been right in my bloody boob, because I felt it tug out. Like, it was the worst feeling ever. And obviously that was the first one, and then I knew that she needed to do this one, so I kind of knew what to expect, so I was like freaking out. I mean, I'm not like very dramatic when it comes to pain. I'm not one to be like, and scream and all that. I do try and stay calm, because I know it's got to be done, and I just try and keep the pain inside. But oh my god, that hurt. So she pulled the drain out, and then she kind of taped it all up and whatnot, and then she went and done this side, and oh my god. Oh, it was just horrible. So if you're going with Dr. Fratty, know that you're going to have drains, but don't let what I'm telling you put you off. Like, I would do it again. Like, I know they say that you should have them done after 10 years. Like, I would not fear of getting them done again. Like, that has not put me off at all. Even though I say it was probably the most painful part of the whole procedure, it would not put me off to like do it all again. And it was done. So I was ready to go home. I packed all my stuff, obviously got changed. And can I tell you, now in the UK we don't really get hot weather, but this day it must have been the hottest day of the bloody year. I'm not even joking, I think it was about 30 degrees. Like, it was baking, and I had this bloody strapping on. I was absolutely sweating my tits off, literally. Yeah, and we had like a 2-hour journey in the car to get home. Okay, so now I'm gonna skip to obviously when I'm home from the surgery. I was fine. I felt okay. I just felt a bit rough, that's all. Probably from all the medication and stuff and the anaesthetic wearing off. So the first night of sleeping, from what I can remember, I mean, there were nights where it was okay, and there were nights where I hardly got any sleep. It was very mixed, so yeah, sleeping, from what I can remember, wasn't great. I think it was harder because I was sleeping upright. Like, who sleeps upright? How can you sleep upright? I took a week off work, so it wasn't like, you know, oh, I've had no sleep, now I've got to go work. I took a week off. They only advise you to take a week off anyway, and because I've got an office job, a week, you know, maybe if you was in like a very productive job where you was lifting a lot of things, then you would have to take longer. Another thing you can't do after you've had a breast augmentation is shower. So that was hard for me, like it would be for anyone else. You love being clean, feeling clean, you know, having a shower every day. It's your daily routine. But no, after a breast augmentation, you can't shower until you've had that bandage off. And that bandage is supposed to stay on for a week or two. Yeah. So the showering situation was basically me standing in our shower, and because you can't get any part of this wet at all. So, I mean, it's hard for when obviously you want to clean under your pits and stuff, to not get this area wet. So, and I wasn't just wet washing for a whole bloody week. So I would get in the shower, Harry would, because obviously I had no strength either. I felt very, very weak for that week after that I had the surgery. So even showering myself was hard. So I just had to Harry help me shower kind of like my bottom half, and then I would try and just like get some soap and just wash kind of like my upper body. But yeah, I really couldn't have done it without him. He was really helpful as much as he could. A few days after the surgery, I had to contact the clinic and book in to obviously have my bandage taken off. So I was, by this point, I think, so I had the surgery on a Saturday. I was calling them on the Monday. No, I called them on the Sunday and I think they were closed. And then I called them on the Monday. I was itching to get this strapping off. Like, that, I would say, made it very, very uncomfortable for me. Because as I said, it was so hot, I felt itchy, that I needed to just really scratch, and I couldn't because I was literally taped up to here. Like, I'll insert a picture, but I was literally taped from up to here. So I called the clinic and booked in to have my strapping off. I think in the end I had to wait 2 weeks. It was so painful. The day came where I was having my bandages off and I was so excited. So I had to go back to the clinic where I had my consultation, so it was just around the corner from my work, which was ideal. Went there and I saw a different guy. He must have been kind of like the aftercare guy. I saw him and he was just talking to me about how I've been, what I can and can't do at this point of the the post-op, and then it was time to take the strapping off. So he laid me down and he just kind of started peeling it off. He kind of knew how to do it without it hurting me. It didn't hurt at all. I think actually, no. Yeah, so I had the strapping on for a week, and then I think towards the end of the week it was getting so unbearable because, as I said, it was like so high up my chest. I started cutting it myself just so I could breathe. I just felt so trapped like around this area that I started cutting it myself just to make it a little bit more looser and just so I could get some air down there. Back to him taking it off. So he took it off. It didn't hurt at all. But oh my god, did it feel weird? Yes, it bloody did. Like, I think the air just being on them, oh, it was the weirdest feeling. And they were so hard, like they were rock solid. So he slowly got me to sit up, and there was a mirror like right in front of me. And that was the first time that I saw them. And I think if you're watching this video and you've had breast augmentation, you'll know what I mean. But you just look at them and you're like they don't look the best, like straight after you have your strapping off. They really don't. Like, they're really high and you're really swollen, they're puffy, you've got all marks on them from obviously the tape. They just don't look the best. So don't let that kind of, you know, if you're watching this and you have your bandage on at the moment, and you're having it off in a week or two, then don't be scared. Like, don't look at them and think, oh no, I've made a really bad mistake, like, you know, they look awful, because they will not look like that forever, trust me. Oh, and sorry, one thing I want to add that I've completely forgot to add is they give you antibiotics when you leave the clinic. Like, after your day of surgery, they give you medicine to take for, I think, 2 weeks, which is antibiotics to stop any infections and stuff. I had a really bad experience with them. They made me feel really sick and really, really bloated. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I looked like I was pregnant. Like, my tummy was rock solid, which also made you feel uncomfortable. And I was literally crying. Like, there was a few days where I did cry because I just felt so uncomfortable. But I just kind of kept telling myself, I know it's going to be worth it, I know it's going to be worth it. So yeah, back to where I was having my bandages off. So yeah, I was looking at them in the mirror and I kind of was like, okay, like, you know, he said they're very swollen, you know, they will start to drop and fluff, as they call it, in the next few weeks. So I was just trying to be positive. So I put my Macon bra back on, went on my way and left. So as I was walking, oh, it was the weirdest feeling because, you know, even though I had the bra on, it just felt really weird. And because I had still the sticky stuff and the bandage on my boobs, he was obviously trying to get as much off as possible, but it's so hard to get off. It's very sticky. And so the Macon bra, obviously if you buy one you know what the material is. I can't describe what it is because I have no idea. But it was like sticking to the stickiness on my boobs. And it was like, so when I got home and I took the bra off, it was like all stuck. Oh, it was so painful. And then he told me that I was able to have a shower, so I was buzzing about that. So as soon as I got home, took everything off and decided to get in the shower, I nearly passed out. Literally, got in the shower, the water hit me and it made me feel so funny that I had to get out, sit down, because I felt like I was going to pass out. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if anyone's had that problem before. But yeah, it just, the sensation of the water hitting my boobs, and I think maybe because they was kind of like still partly numb, it just felt so weird. And to be honest, I didn't enjoy that first shower one bit. But I tried to just do it as quickly as I could, get it done, get out, and put my bra back on. You had to wear your bra at all times. For I think about 6 weeks you had to wear that surgical bra. Because I said about it sticking to me, it ended up being quite an uncomfortable bra. So I went to Primark and I just bought like a sports bra from there, which was like a cotton, which was a lot more comfier. So I just decided to wear that. I kind of like, when the Macon bra was in the wash, I would switch to that one. But yeah, that first shower, I thought was going to be bloody amazing, but it wasn't. It was awful. So once I had all the strapping taken off, I then decided that I wanted to take pictures weekly, I think, of my boobs and just see how they're going to change, how they're changing. And just kind of, because obviously, I mean, they do all of that there. So when I kept going back to the clinic, they would always take pictures. But I, as I said, wanted to do some for myself. So I used to take them, I think, weekly, just so I could see how they're doing, you know. But it was quite hard. I'd say for the first month or two, I kept looking at them all the time, thinking, you know, are you going to drop? Because as I said, they were very high, very swollen and hard. And they just didn't look natural at all. I knew that I just needed to stay positive because I knew that eventually they would drop and fluff. When I say drop and fluff, it means that they drop into the actual socket that they're supposed to be in, and then they look more natural. I went from an A to a C, which isn't a big difference, and people would probably be like, what's the point? But there is a huge point. There's a huge difference from an A to a C. I still wanted them to be natural, wanted them to suit my body, and they do. And I'm really happy with them. And a year on, I couldn't be happier. So that was my experience having my breast augmentation. I highly recommend Transform. They did an amazing job. Dr. Frassi is also amazing. Oh, I need to also say that I had to keep going back for I think, so when I had my strapping off, I think I had to go back again after about, I think 2 weeks or something. And then I had to go back in a few months to see the surgeon, and he just had the final look over them and, you know, made sure everything was fine. So that was the last kind of appointment that I had, was with the surgeon. Yeah, really, really happy with my experience, and I would do it all again tomorrow if I could. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do have any other questions that I didn't answer, then please comment below and I will reply back to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!